Hey guys, today we have Paper Theater of Mewtwo EX from the Pokemon trading card game Pocket. These are a Japanese Pokemon Center exclusive. There are 3 of them that dropped upon release, which are Mewtwo, Charizard, and Pikachu. There are other Paper Theater packs that you can get that have a lower difficulty than this one. This one is estimated to take roughly 6 hours. I can tell you that it took me a tad bit longer than that to complete it, just because I chose not to read the instructions the first time around. But they basically come with these pieces of paper. It's like thick cardstock that is laser cut, and then you just have to cut the little pieces off of them. I'm gonna go ahead and get all the pieces cut out for the top card. All you have to do is just cut these little notches off. I now have all the pieces cut out of the top card, and this is the same glue that I use for my 3D cards as well. It's super easy to control, and it's some of the best that I've found. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all of the pieces glued down. Okay, next we have to get the little black pieces cut out. These are all labeled, however, I did not read the instructions and did not realize how simple it was until later on. So each section is labeled by a number and then where it is located. So like one front side, super simple once you decide to read the instructions. And we are now about 10 minutes into this project, and literally the first piece I laid down was a mistake. But we're just going to pop it off and fix it. Pro tip, because obviously I am a professional, as you can see, use a few dots of glue instead of covering the whole thing so it is easy to pop off if needed. So there's obviously going to be a few scuff marks where you pulled the piece off, but it's going to be covered anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I had a lot of people tagging me and posts when they first announced these, indicating that they saw my cards and then decided to make these. However, I think a lot of people are unaware that what I do has been around for hundreds of years, but paper theater has been a staple in Japanese culture since at least the 1920s. Kamishibai, which means paper drama in Japanese, traces back to the 12th century Japan, but the form we know today evolved much later. Its recognizable form emerged in Japan during the Great Depression. Street performers would ride bicycles with a small wooden stage attached to the back. Kids would gather as the storyteller would narrate dramatic and funny tales while sliding illustrated cards in and out of the stage frame. With the rise of television in the 1950s, this art form rapidly declined. However, its visual narrative style directly influenced early manga and anime storytelling. From 1930 to 1950, it became massively popular, especially during and after World War II. This newer version was popularized by Insky in the 2010s, merging the concept of layered paper dioramas with the popular anime and game characters. In 2017, they launched Pokémon versions featuring well-known Pokémon like Pikachu, Eevee, Charizard, etc. Even though I hope to see physical card featured from Pokemon Trading Card Pocket, I'm happy I was able to get my hands on some of the paper theaters featuring the artwork from the game. Paper theater packs are also very popular in England circa 1811 to 1820s. The concept began as miniature stage replicas sold as souvenir kits in conjunction with real theater performances. These kits typically included printed sheets of scenery, characters, and stage backdrops that could be cut out and assembled into a tabletop theater. These scenes and characters were often based on popular plays of the time, such as those by Shakespeare or melodramas. Germany, France, and Denmark also developed their own versions throughout the 19th century, like Kamishibai. Since the 1920s and 30s, the modern Japanese paper theater kits we know of today, like the Pokemon theme ones, are a contemporary revival. I do think it would have been amazing if they would have given us maybe like a little light to add to the back, so you had light coming from that farthest back card. But overall, I'm really pleased with how it turned out, and I definitely had a lot of fun making it. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see the Pikachu one. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. You can also become a member today if that is something that interests you. I would love to know if there's a specific card that you would like to see as featured in these paper theaters, or just a singular card itself. I have new videos every other Saturday, so I will see you guys again in 2 weeks. Early access for members. Okay, bye.